Well, welcome to the Marlene Cox Show again. Another exciting show. I am so thrilled because we're going to be talking about something that I struggle with is technology. But let's get into a little inspiration before we move forward with this show. You know, fashion is a reflection of our personal style and can be used to express our unique personalities. It can be also a way to make a statement, to create a sense of belonging, or even challenge and social norms. We'll be back. You're watching The Marlene Cox Show.
Watching the Marlene Cox Show. Finally, a show for models about models.
Well, here we're going to get started on today's show, and we're going to be talking about fashion forward, the tech revolution in style. You know, in one of the previous shows in the season one, I believe we discussed the changing landscape of fashion world and how technology will possibly influence the industry. We are in this space now. No longer is the fashion eye based on the human observation, the first-hand human gut experience. It's in the culture, but rather technology is driving force of the industry. Today we will explore how technology is reshaping fashion industry from innovative materials and design process to the integration of smart technology in clothing and accessories. We will discuss the potential benefits of these advancements as well, always, challenges in sustainable and consumers' experience. By the end of this show, you will have a very good insight into the exciting developments at the very crossroads of fashion and technology and know what it means for the industry. Let's look at how the tech world is culling with the fashion industry.
Clothing is something that every person uses, and it's an expression of yourself, but my clothing that comes to life. My name's Cameron Hughes. I'm from New York, and I make wearable widgets. I used to work as an engineer at a startup designing consumer products, but I got let go from my job. I'm very competitive, and I always want to bring it, so I decided to pursue something that was a bit more exciting rather than working with design. I wanted to make something that more people will see. I wanted to make mechanical fashion. I try to find like an interesting piece of technology and then see what I can make out of it. I'm able to translate engineering into fashion. There's this chaotic universe happening around us, and fashion makes me feel that there is some sort of pattern in the world. In the past few months, it seems like I could make a career out of mechanical fashion. It is actually a reality that I can do this. I can create.
Well, we're back. You know, I'm so excited today. As always, you know, we have a co-host today, and we also got another surprise. But I'm gonna talk about the co-host, and he's gonna bring in your surprise. It's Jay Finn.
Well, what's going on, party people? So we're going to deviate a little bit today. At the Marlene Cox Show, we're looking for new talent, new faces, and today we have a new face. We're going to test her out, see how it goes. So, if we could go ahead and open up, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Jafin. Appreciate it. And hi, I'm Marlene.
How are you?
Yeah, and I'm loving the show. Wow, this is incredible. This is my first time, so wanted to say thank you, and thank you for joining us. This is a great opportunity to view and talk about the fashion industry. My name is Rashmi Tiwari, and I am a true Charlottean. So, a true Southern Belle, and the fashion industry has always been in my heart and soul. And during the professional background, I grew up, I'm a health entrepreneur. So, wellness, mental health is quite dear to me. And I'm a model, actress, and motivational speaker, all wrapped up in one. So,
Ooh, I love
loving
it.
the space here.
All right.
I love the ribbon. You're all wrapped up. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So, okay, wait a minute. Pronounce your name again.
Sure, it's Rashmi.
Rashmi.
There you go. You're so good.
Beautiful.
Oh, it means the sun's ray.
It means what?
The sun's ray. And
Wow.
I'm always smiling.
Well, John, I'm going to say, what am I going to call you?
Oh, gorgeousness. You can call me Ray, Raz, whatever you call it.
Raz.
There
Miss
you go.
Marlene's going to say
See?
Raz.
Yes, that's my
Well, and then maybe through the years of the months, I'll have it right.
maybe, but I love your pet name. It's all good.
It's okay.
So you said you're a Southern Belle?
I am a true Southern Belle from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, yes.
Okay, how long have you been in DMV?
Oh goodness, I have been in this area since 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, since I had my first child, I've been here, and now fast forward, this is what 2024.
Yeah.
I'm still young.
Yes, you are, and you're beautiful.
Let's not go
Yes,
there.
you are.
Yeah, I'm young and beautiful. There you go.
There you
I love
go.
you already. Yes, and it actually brings an interesting point, because the fashion industry, and that's why I really enjoy your show, is because we talk about inclusivity
Right.
in terms of the age. And I really wanted to discuss that, because fashion is not just for one type of
Yes.
age bracket. Now, with the entire globalization, the types of models that we have, and the different fashion industries, it's great that we can actually, showcase all different age groups and the creativity, the flair that we have. So I'm happy to be here to represent my age group for sure.
You're representing the 30s, I'm representing the 40s, and you're representing the 50s.
Yeah, the 50s.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go, all over.
Yeah. There it is.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You are watching the Marlene Cox Show, but remember what Jay Finn said today. I'm going to kind of feed off of him today, because we're doing this wonderful interview today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to talk to this beautiful young lady and see what direction we're going. And you're just going to kind of lead me on and lead me through.
So, do you know what we're talking about today?
I think we are talking about the tech revolution and style.
We are.
Okay. great.
Absolutely.
And you're actually dressed the part.
I try to do, what they tell me to. I try to come, physically prepared.
The tech revolution and the style still fits your personality.
Well, thank you.
Loving it.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your 3D print that's going on?
So one of the things, tech revolution, getting ahead of myself, but 3D print, right? So this is, again, if you haven't seen, I'm a big kid. I'm into comic books, and I'm what's called a blurred. I'm a black nerd, and so this kind of represented. This is Batman, and I'm old school. Members only. If you know about members only. If you don't, you're too young, and that's okay. But the 3D printing. Actually, this is a little bit of Batman going on with some of the Robin. So this is kind of like a new type thing because of the technology back in the day. To be able to actually have something like this would be like really expensive or too hard to do, right? So now, because of the way that they have the printer set up with the ink, stuff like this, they can actually push out relatively quickly. So now you literally can like have a picture if you want. You could have a picture put on your clothing, and it's not something that would be as difficult today as it would have been at least maybe 10 years ago. So
and it's cost effective as well.
Yes,
So
because
that's a great combination. You're saving money.
Yes.
And also, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's a sustainable fabric.
Yes.
So that's a great revolution altogether. just because now we can dress apart, be our style, and help the economy and the environment as
Yeah.
well. So,
So
this
important.
is great, right?
Oh, I love the whole thing. This is sustainable. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But just listening at the catalyst that we're using now, because it's not as expensive, you know, in the revolution. And you know, I'm in that. Was I in that 50 age group? A lot, like 50 to 60 age group. That we're not so much tuned to the technology, but how it's making it so remarkable, and how you can do what you said, change material, redesign, the 3D printing, all of those things. When I was coming along, they weren't there, you know what I
Right.
mean? And look so well put together and so blended, and the colors are vibrant. You're not losing anything because of the technology. Is that catalyst that really pulls all of that together.
Yeah.
And it's and one of the things that you said, you don't need a lot of time to do it. So when you're not putting a lot of time into it, what does that mean? You're
Save
saving
money.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of colors, if you didn't see our last show, we were talking about colors and how colors pop
Yes.
and patterns. And so this is kind of a continuation on the next level. We got popping colors, we got patterns, and we got technology all wrapped in one.
Oh, you can tell he's a director. I'm just a little host.
Smooth guy, smooth.
He's so good. I'll tell you. Jason.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yeah,
job.
go ahead. I did good.
Yeah.
He's interviewing me too today. Go ahead. Where are we gonna
Yeah,
go?
I
next?
want to get my hands on the next fabric, so I need the contact who use.
Yes. Okay.
I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
I need to dress my part.
Yeah, it is. You know, as we shared in the opening, the technology has come into the industry. It's nowhere going back. It's not going back, and it's made an impact, and will continue to do so, especially as AI. I fell in love with
Yeah.
AI. I'm in love with AI. Becomes more of an everyday tool, and you know, it allows the consumer to visualize how clothing will fit. We're gonna even talk about that. How
Yeah.
can we get into all the fitting of the technology?
So I want to know what you said. You love AI. What do you like about AI?
You know, I like AI because a lot of times I have a thought.
Okay.
But it's not a clear thought, something I want to speak about, and I put it into AI. And when I'm doing like a writing, it's for research, whether it's for the shows, and it feeds back maybe 4 different ways I can use it, but it makes it for the way I talk, not the
Okay.
way someone else. I can pick what fits me.
Right.
So I really like that. I'm not what you call a writer per se.
Okay.
I'm more of an artist, and so I paint things in my head with a brush. And when I'm talking, I'm actually visually painting this picture.
It's like
Yeah.
a blank canvas that you have every day, huh?
I do.
Exactly.
I do. I'm being honest. I really do. And so it takes me some time, but if I can talk, when I can write what I'm feeling, and it's not really making sense, and I can put that in AI, and AI shoots it back to me, and now it's making sense. That picture that I painted in my mind that I want to do this presentation for, that I want to go pitch a thing for the company or something, it makes it more real for me to do it. So I really
true.
enjoy that.
So, go ahead.
And also going with the AI, now coming back to the fashion industry, as we have seen the runways, the fashion shows,
Oh,
it's
wow.
actually revolutionizing this whole environment, just because I've seen on a daily basis the whole, the AI generated
Yes.
art, and then also they're taking it on the runways
Right.
to show that, and that's amazing feeling to see the creativity, the flair. It's just not, kind of just a standard run-of-the-mill back in
No.
those days where you're just walking down. You're being yourself.
Right.
And you're being part of this, the vision of this fashion designer and what they want.
Mm.
But while you're maintaining your personality, I'm loving the
Well, you're
AI.
telling a story.
Yes,
you're
you're telling
storytelling.
the story.
You're storytelling on the runway. You've given
There
the
you go.
runway depth. You're giving the runway depth. You're giving the runway the boldness of the colors that it needs.
Okay.
New York Fashion Week was amazing.
Amazing.
How they incorporated all of that on the runway and pulling that all together. It was like a new flavor. It's almost like back in my day when you did the runway.
Right.
Let's go back. You always had a commentator
Yes.
who got up there and talked about everything people got on. Then they cut that out 20
Yes.
years ago. Now you get up on the runway and they just walk down the runway.
So it's just music and they walk.
That's what's
it.
music and they walk. Now you got the technology of AI, the background, the visual that goes with the fashion, and it almost feels like it's right there in the room. It doesn't seem like it's a fantasy. It feels like, oh my goodness, it's right there
You're just
in the
watching
room.
a live theater.
Yes, you really are.
Yeah.
Live theater. That's a better word for it. It's amazing what they're doing.
So I have a question for the both of you, since you've both been in fashion for a while. And you did bring up the commentator, and so in my head I heard like, and now we have Sasha. She's going down the runway
Yes.
and displaying.
Yes.
So, do you prefer that, or do you like the way it has evolved into now?
Well, let me tell you, it depends.
Okay.
If I'm doing a benefit for United Way, and it's set up in a banquet white tablecloth environment with tables
Right.
around, I think that might be a little bit more appropriate, depending on that, to talk about the models as they walk around the table for the people to look at the garments.
Okay.
And then even in that, the models just don't be walking around the table. They're telling them the material that it's made of, with designer. They're doing all that. So that's a little bit more interaction, like commentating. The model's actually doing it, and
Right.
the commentator is kind of directing them. So in that, and those type of events, they're like $10,000-$20,000 a seat.
Wow.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
that people sit down. United Way, they're raising money for the world. You know,
Yeah.
and they have those type of functions. So in that atmosphere, yes.
Okay.
You know, it depends. But I tell you one thing I was thinking about when we
Yes.
bring back our big extravaganza this year is to make part of it to be commentated.
Oh.
I think that
Okay.
would just steer a little something, bring something back a little,
Yeah.
something. And then the next thing you know, everybody will be bringing back a little something. And to bring in the AI with it.
Oh, definitely.
Unbelievable.
We need the blend.
So you want to merge the
Yeah.
two?
Yeah,
The
merged.
hybrid would be amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we will be talking a little bit more about technology and fashion in just a minute, and we're going to take a break. You're watching the Marlene Cox Show.
And we're back. You're watching The Marlene Cox Show, a show about models for models.
And you're back on the Marlene Cox Show. Thank you. And of course, we have back our Jafin. We have Marlene, the Marlene.
Oh, wow.
And right here, Rashmi Tiwari. And I wanted to just give you a little recap for those who are just joining in. We were talking about tech revolution and style, basically about how it's cost effective, it reduces the time, and it's a new way of including the blend of AI as well as how you can utilize to become your own creativity, your own flair. And that's the road we're headed. So we're just kind of giving you the benefits of the technology and what it means for us. And let's go back to Jafin and Colleen Jafin and Marlene, and understand a little bit further on the benefits of tech revolution.
So we were actually talking about runways, and one of the things I've noticed looking at runways is it's changed. Like before, there was always a stage, but it seems like there's like pop-up fashion shows now. So they'll actually just line chairs up on the side and maybe put candles down, and people. So the stage aspect seems to have changed, right?
Yes.
And so then I have also seen the technology woven in. So now the lights, they hit different, because
Let me just say one thing, because when you said that, it brought it all back during COVID. People wanted to get out during COVID, and that was the revolution of the start of having fashion shows outside in restaurants. people sitting outside without the runways.
Yeah,
and that
interesting.
was part of it that around the world, not just in
okay.
the United
Very good
States,
point.
that a lot of that started, and then the industry said, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm liking this."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't have to worry about insurance when people being up high, because when people are up high, the insurance is more expensive for the models. It's a whole lot of things that went
Yeah,
into that.
yeah.
So
Right.
that made those decisions. So that's why we got hit it into that. One of the reasons, probably many more, but that's one of the reasons that we kind of hit it into that.
And do you think with it being, do you think that makes the audience feel like they're more immersed into the show?
Of course, yeah, because you're part and parcel of it. You can feel the movement, you can feel the expression, and the fact that you have these fabrics, the fact that you have the designers right there in front of you, you can, anyone who walks, you can say, I want to be that, or I want to have that, I want to wear that, or I want to be that. So it gives you that feeling that you want to be part and parcel of the entire show, which before, you're kind of more removed.
Back,
They
right?
were up there,
Yeah.
and we were down here. Yeah.
So you're
It
in
kind
the
of
mix.
reminds me of like in a basketball game, if you have floor seats, you know, the excitement level is a little bit more than if you're, you know, up in the rafters, or even if you're up a little bit, but if you're like right there.
right there.
So yeah.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It's more, and fashion has become personal.
It's become personable.
And fashion has
Absolutely.
become, you talked a little bit about earlier, some of your dealing with mental health and health and all that. Fashion has made the emotion of fashion. You know, you never know who's sitting there in that show because of the colors.
Okay.
We had a pageant, just to digress a little bit, young lady who was a runner-up. When she got up on that pageant floor, Bailey, I never forget little Bailey, she says, I was so happy that I got involved with this Miss Fashion Week. She said, because I was getting ready to commit suicide.
Oh my gosh.
And she
Wow.
won. She won the show right out.
And that
She won.
inspired her.
That inspired her. So fashion, that personalness, those colors, and me and Bailey, we keep in touch with each other now. She's getting ready to get married. She's doing great in her career.
That's
But
awesome.
something like that, and taking that runway down,
yes.
and bringing it down, and making it more personable.
Yeah.
You don't know where someone is in
That's
life.
beautiful.
You don't know where someone is in life.
Yes, and I agree with that. And honestly, it's great just because, as you kind of piggyback on what you're saying, it's a matter of the tech revolution. It's more of, it's not about just fitting all in one size, right?
Yes.
And so whether you win or lose, now that blend of, you can fit in that fabric, because of course the fabrics with the tech revolution, you can fit into it.
Right.
Be your person, and you can
Yes.
walk. You don't have to be size 0 to show that your creativity, or size 10, you know. You can just be who you are
Yes.
and bring out the best in you. So that mental health,
That's important.
It's important.
Fashion
you're happy.
deals with a lot
Yes.
of that. Yes.
What your thoughts, Jason?
No, so as you said that, as you were saying that, I was thinking, because you're in the mental health profession, do you use fashion any to help you in your profession and other things that you do?
Well, personally or in just everyone? I can give you
You
an answer.
personally.
Okay. So personally,
We're getting to know you. See if you're going to stick around. So yeah.
personally, it certainly has.
Okay.
A little background on me. So I was paralyzed for 1 year.
Oh, wow.
The doctors had mentioned that I would never be able to walk again, never have kids again, or never have kids. And so that was a big blow, because from down here you can know. And I love dancing, so I'm a true hip hop, R&B, Bollywood, you name it. I'm a true dancer. So what I would do is just kind of visualize the idea of me dancing on that stage, you know, just because that creativity, we're talking about fashion here. So I would just visualize me being on that stage, dancing again, wearing whatever I wanted. That was the motivation to get me back on my feet. And so that's that creativity, when you can just push yourself beyond the limits. To me, fashion is very dear.
Yes.
Because it's part and parcel of you. Who you want to be, what you want to wear, and how you want to express. After that, fast forward, I had a mini stroke. So because of the stress. And and you know, again, nothing with size, but definitely because of, I have to be a certain size just because of my health reasons. I was literally pretty big. I think 4 times what I am right now. And
You said 4 times?
I could not have.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my
I'll send
goodness.
you a picture.
Wow.
That'd be great.
And so that kind of let me understand if stress can kill me like this, there are many people out there. And I wanted to teach the world that, you know, it's nothing is over for you. It's all about in here and how you can help
Wow.
yourself. You know, the cognitive ability is stronger than you think.
Right.
And so I was able to slowly start walking and then move, and then, you know, now I can do 6 to 8 miles per hour, 6 to 8 miles a walk a day, and that's how I again went back to my size. So yes, when people see, they don't know who the real you are.
There you go.
Wow.
And that's that creativity I like to bring, and I want people to be happy and make them understand you are beautiful in what you are and how you're, as long as you want to be this way.
Yes.
And when I walk the stage and when I wear what I want, it's that part of me inside of me saying, I am great. See, look at me. I deserve to be who I want to be. And so that fashion is evolving. It's allowing me to express myself the way I want. And that mental health, it gives me that opportunity to be confident in who I am.
Okay.
If that helps anyone.
So it just brings out you.
I'm overwhelmed. But is that
I'm about to start crying, man.
Sorry, I didn't want to
I
get
wasn't expecting that. No, it's good. It's good, Terry. That's so
This is
dope.
so
like
good.
because you know there are a lot of people that are in those situations, and they don't figure out how to turn that corner.
Yes.
You know, and I think it's important to hear stories like that. And to see what that motivation was, and you know, maybe somebody's watching this and they need to figure, you know, that maybe that clicked something for them.
For them.
You know, I wasn't expecting. We weren't expecting that at all. I mean,
Not
but
at all.
Surprise. Anything can happen in the
that's
world.
just
Anything can happen, yes.
amazing. I mean, hats off to you.
Yes.
Like, because I would still be paralyzed. I'd be eating like my back out.
I love wearing my
awesome.
heels again. See?
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
Yes. Okay.
People don't understand why I love my heels because I once could not walk.
So thankful. Great.
So you don't just want to be extra tall. You just
Oh no, I'm tall.
you're tall already.
I love it. I'm happy. I think the modeling agency is now kind of diversified, so you can be whether short, tall, medium, it doesn't
everything.
matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can be, I have a friend who's a top model, 70 years old, and she rocks the runway every week, every day. She's all over the country. So there's no age limit. When I was coming along, at 25, you're done. You were done. But now, and short, when I started, I was petite. I couldn't get hardly work. Then they started putting me on billboards up in Philadelphia. So there's work for everybody, just depending on where you're. And that's what's so nice about having a local agency, because you can reach out and get most people.
And what local agency would you suggest?
Oh, Maya Modeling and Talent.
How could someone reach out to Maya Modeling and Talent?
Go to info@Maya Models and follow the prompts.
So what you're saying is somebody like me could do some modeling?
Oh yes,
Of
and
course.
model, like we were talking earlier, modeling is so many forms. It's not just the runway.
No.
You know, we talked about it earlier. It's the commercials.
commercials.
It's the parts,
editorial,
and you got gorgeous skin. I would love to see you in a men's skincare commercial.
Oh, gosh.
Oh yes.
I see it.
You see it?
Oh yes, I see it. I
If
see
you
it.
know somebody out there that got some skincare products,
Tell him to contact Maya so we can get him, and then we're gonna get him in. His skin is absolutely gorgeous.
do the Blake Shelton. Holla at your boy.
Okay, go ahead on.
I even might get my sides trimmed up a little bit.
Yes. But you're going to tell us your secret later on.
Yes.
We'll tell you later in the next segment.
You're gonna have to pay for the secret. Pay.
Some of this in the DNA, though. I do know that.
Yeah. So let's see here. You guys gotta forget. I'm always getting on Marlene about reading stuff, but I'm actually going to look down and read. But I'm going to point it out. Now, one of the technology-wise, another thing that brings about. Let's talk about movies and wardrobe and fashion, right? AI and virtual reality, augmented reality,
Yes.
now is so different. So they actually have people that create clothing that's not really clothing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so like you see the movies with people running around and they've got the green suits on with all the dots. Like somebody actually has to create the clothing for them.
Wow.
Or again, if you talk about movies like Batman, superhero movies, like a lot of superhero movies, when you see the final product, you'll see capes flowing and stuff. But when
Yes.
they're actually shooting, they don't have capes on.
They don't have capes on. That's the whole.
Yeah.
They don't have any of that. And then not only when they're making outfits and filming, think about the person, the consumer, who can sit right in their home in an app, put that app on and try on all the clothes they want
amazing.
right through that app, and then put their order and be fitted properly.
Yeah.
So it works on the stage, it works on the runway, it works for the consumer who shops, who buy these beautiful fashions that model.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Speaking of win-win, we're going to be winning right into our next break. And on the way back, we'll be talking more about technology and fashion and some wearables.
Some wearable.
Yeah, you're watching the Marlene Cox Show.
You're watching The Marlene Cox Show, a show about models for models.
When you look at what hair does, hair brings people together.
Hair is an expression of ourselves. Hair is an expression of our roots. It's an expression of our future. It's an expression of our artistic capabilities. Hair is everything.
Ashtay is a combination of my two daughters' names, Ashley and Taylor.
We actually started Ashtay products on a dare, believe it or not.
My wife dared me to go out on my own because I had turned down quite a few offers from other companies.
I said, so what are you going to do if you so bad, why don't you start your own blankety company? And he said,
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
just like that. We saw there was a need for a product that took care of this new combination coined global texture.
You have an African-American father, Hispanic mother, so therefore our daughter's hair representing global texture.
Here they are in the early 90s with two mixed children who have this hair texture that's like, ¿qué es esto? What is this? And they needed to find a solution for that.
We created global textures, therefore, who knew best how to deal with it? Ashtay has a unique blend of amino acids and conditioners and moisturizers that help to deal with the global texture market.
We impact our customers' lives through education, through them selling retail. Now they're able to have a profitable business, take care of their families, build and create first generational wealth.
The education of the stylist to think, to be accountable, to save money, we put that first, then we sell the product.
Most people just look at the stylists differently than we do. We look at them as entrepreneurs and as business people who want their kids to have the best education and travel the world and experience the finer things of life.
We have thousands of cosmetologists that have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they credit us for it. And in turn, they are extremely loyal to the brands. We truly look at every single one of our clients as they're part of our family.
We don't just sell a product, we build relationship. It is our goal to know our customers name by name, person by person, and impact their lives moment by moment.
And we're back. You're watching The Marlene Cox Show, a show about models for models.
You're watching the Marlene Cox Show. I'm Jay Finn. That's Marlene, and that is
Rashmi.
Rashmi. I can't get.
You'll get there.
I won't get there.
We'll make sure he learns that for the next one.
Once you
How many
learn it,
people
then
mess your name up?
Oh, enough. It's okay. I'm used to it. I'm like, just call me whatever.
honestly, that's truth.
Yeah. So, let's talk about technology. One of the things, like, so the easiest thing to fall back to was like Apple Watches.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like years, I mean, gosh, they're almost a staple now,
Yeah,
right? It's like years ago, people get them, and then you can see. It's kind of like, okay, I'm about to tell my age.
Oh, wow.
You guys remember Swatches?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, okay, if you're young, back in the day, they had watches called Swatches, right? And so what happened, it was like, they were really colorful watches, but then you would get kind of like, how your Uggs are now. You put stuff on your Uggs. So we would like decorate our watches with like different color bands and put them on, right?
I used to match it with my clothes. Whatever I
Yeah. So you
put a
had
different band on to match my clothes. For that day.
Absolutely. So Apple Watches are kind of like that because you can change the bands out now, and then it does things like health wise because the health person, right?
That's
So
the part I really
That's
need.
the
Go ahead
heart
and
health
talk about.
on it.
Yep.
The monitors how long you walked, your BP level, and
Your sleeping
cycle. When you
yes.
need to fall asleep, it kind of tunes out everything for you.
Yeah.
So you know what? That technology is so great right now.
And I'm right.
Bam.
There she goes.
What are we looking
What
at?
are you looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at I have a Fitbit.
A Fitbit. So
I'm
what's
not with the apples yet. all of my family has apples. Marlene-
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
but
all right.
this is,
That's the best.
I was on my way to Spain.
Yeah.
And we had to stop. They said, you're going to miss the flight. We missed the flight because I left my Fitbit home.
Oh.
And I was almost at BWI. And we stopped at a Walmart. And they didn't want to, I had to demand that they open them cases. I got a flight and they did. And
There you go. She's
I'm
determined
not
to have her
moving
Fitbit.
without my Fitbit.
She had a fit
With
because
her
she
Fitbit.
didn't have her Fitbit. She had a Fitbit fit.
She had a Fitbit.
She had a Fitbit fit. Yeah, that's Marlene. That's what she
How in the
did.
world can I go without not knowing my heart rate?
She going to Spain.
And someone
She need to know what her heart rate is. She wasn't playing. She wasn't playing.
No,
She
I
was
wasn't
not playing without
I was
it.
not playing with that. I was not. Well, I just have to get the next flight because I'm getting my Fitbit.
You got a Fitbit, and then, but so with some things like the Q-Tip and the song he said. I said, well, Daddy, don't you know things go in cycles? And Bobby Brown just like Michael. And I say that to say things go in cycles. We were talking about how Marlene said she had a watch for color for all of her outfits. And you can see her Fitbit matches her outfit.
Yes.
So we see things go in cycles. Some things are continuance when it comes to fashion.
Yes.
So yeah, another thing I hate when I do that. Want to talk about is smart. We got smart everything. So we just talked about smart watches, right?
Yes.
With the sunglasses.
Now we have smart glasses.
Now, what did they do?
Glasses, look at that.
Tell us about that technology.
So these are Ray-Bans.
love Ray-Bans.
I got these in, I believe it was 2021. And Ray-Ban teamed up with Facebook to create smart glasses. Now, you can't really see, but on the ends right here, I'll show you guys, those little circles, it's
Yes.
not fashion, those are cameras.
Wow.
Yeah, those are cameras. So and right here
show them. That
and
is- yes.
yeah, those are cameras. On the inside, you have a little switch. It comes in a case like this, and it actually charges in the case. There's a little button right here, right? So what you could do is you press the button one time, and it'll take a picture, and it'll be a clear picture. Or if you hold it down, it'll actually take video.
Can you take it now or it's not charged?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I
You
could.
want to try that?
That is amazing.
And then what it does is you have the ability to hook it up to Facebook. And so these are actually called, they're called Ray-Ban Stories. They're called Ray-Ban Stories because when, I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, when they started doing stories, they were like in short form, right? For 30 seconds. So the reason why they teamed up with Ray-Ban because they shot for 30 seconds. So they were like, they can create stories while people are actually, in the moment. So yes, wearable technology and
Now you can make reels.
But
on Instagram.
you really finish up with the glasses
Yes,
because I'm getting
yeah.
ready to go somewhere else with wearable. But I want to finish up because that's amazing.
Now the other thing is on the edge, you guys probably can't see, but there's some speakers here. So and some of you probably know these are a little bit more on the higher end. They came out a couple of years ago, but now after the technology, they actually have like cheaper smart glasses. But so it's Bluetooth enabled. So if somebody calls me, I can talk to them on the phone without having hearing aids in because there's a microphone that's embedded on the side. So I can listen to my music while with the glasses on. So yeah.
So are those prescription glasses?
No,
or
they're just regular glasses.
Okay, regular So, I mean, that have nothing to do with a person's vision. They're just regular
Yeah,
glasses.
they're just regular.
just for
I just
style.
want to look smart,
Okay, you want to
so I'm wearing smart glasses.
say you wear smart
Yeah,
glasses.
that's.
I'm
Do
loving
they
the
come in
technology.
sunglasses as well, or just
They
like-
do know they do come in sunglasses. They come in sunglasses. I'm not a big sunglass person.
Okay.
I just don't like sunglasses.
Got it,
I'm
got
not big on it, but I do actually like wearing glasses because I do front. I want to look like I'm smart, so I put them on, and I want to when I want to do the nerdy type thing. I have a brand called Toys for Adults, and we unbox like toys and we talk about geeky stuff. So I always wear my glasses when I do my Toys for Adults stuff because it fits into the whole.
With his backside.
But we're cool geeks though. We're cool geeks.
Well, you're
so
cool with that.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
But you know, that technology, I mean, that is amazing. And when you started talking about that, I was not only that, when we get into the health realm, we talk about the smart watches
Right.
and how it takes track of all that.
Yeah.
But did you know about the smart leggings that can
so
actually,
leggings.
actually track you and can track your running, turn down your temperature. If your temperature goes too far up, or if it goes too far out, it'll adjust to the weather
Leggings?
outside. Leggings.
Like
Oh, wow.
Your leggings when you're out
sports leggings,
sport
your
wearing,
exercise-
your exercise, when you're outside, the material. And it's amazing. It relates to your body and the environment. So the weather changes. So you're running and you started out at 50 degrees outside, and all of a sudden the temperature jumped up to 65. They will adjust your temperature back to what your temperature should be because it's you got your smartwatch on,
yeah.
and they're all working together. That blue, I have not had a pair
Wow.
of
I am
hands,
shocked.
but I want to go find
Yeah,
you
let's
that.
find it.
They have jackets that will the temperature could be this jacket, and you
Really?
can still wear it in the
During
degree
summertime?
summer, and you can also wear it at 20 degrees because the
It'll warm you
environment,
up?
sustainable and the environment will adjust it
to that,
to
right.
the weather.
Wow.
For what it's, I was like, sometimes when I'm researching
Molly, we
some
gotta
of
go
these
get
shows,
one. We gotta go.
I get so fascinated
Yes,
about this technology that they have out here.
That's impressive.
I need a smart jacket.
Yes.
I don't know about leggings. I'm not doing the Leroy from Fame. I'm not wearing leggings. That's not happening with Jay Finn. But I will wear a smart jacket.
There we go,
Yeah, the
smart jacket that can adjust in temperatures based on the weather, leggings that track your movement. I mean, all this, the challenges related to the environment footprint.
Wow.
The environment, we are stewards of this environment, the
yes.
sustainability.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Sustainability, yes.
Yes, that's what it does.
Do we know any brands?
I
Hold
didn't
on.
get brands, but if they want some brands, they can always contact Maya Modeling and Talent Agency. Go to info@Maya Models, and maybe we can put together a
Yes,
big
let's
Zoom
do that. Let's
where
do
we
that.
can get together and just talk about the technology as relates to the fashion.
Because I
And-
think it's actually the fact that you're talking about the jackets and the leggings, it seems to be more enhanced and real time compared to even the Fitbits.
Yes.
I'm sure it records much better and faster, and it's much true to its number.
Yes,
right?
it's on you. It's on you, and that's what it does. It adjusts to the weather, it adjusts to your movement.
is
So it's
impressive.
all that. I cannot wait. I have not seen one, but I did the research, and they are out there. So we need to research and find out.
So
what
I'm gonna
they
make an executive director decision. I know she didn't want to say. Look, fan cut. I just Googled it. Like normally I said
that's
we're not
fine.
supposed to be looking down, but I'm fan cut. I Googled it and they popped up. Like this is a real thing. I just want people to know this is actually a real thing because it sounded. I thought she was
You thought
boo
I was
cocking.
playing.
I thought she was boo cocking. I had to look down. So I ain't no. There's no such thing. No AI leggings. She's not.
Yes.
She's on point.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Yeah. So
It's real. See, thanks for
So we're
technology.
gonna, and thank you
Wow.
for giving the name. So we're gonna go.
Yes, and you fact checked it.
Yeah.
It's real.
yeah, we fact checked
I
it.
didn't even. I was so
We don't
overwhelmed that I didn't even think about going look. I'm
No,
like,
that's impressive.
I'm like, I cannot believe this.
Yeah.
Yes. Technology.
So
fashion.
if the fashion industry and the revolution is great. Now let's kind of swing back a little bit and reel it in. I just kind of engaged my interest of when you were talking about your Ray-Ban. When you were taking pictures and recording, there seems to be a little bit of a data issue, like a
Ooh.
privacy. So what are your thoughts on that? Because if you're just clicking, someone could easily be recording someone or taking pictures.
Oh, that's good.
So data
Now-
and privacy could be a matter in that aspect. What do you think on that aspect?
You know what? It's so touchy, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, for me personally, like I don't do anything that I don't want anybody to know about.
But there's other people.
Right?
There's other
Because
people. You're the trustworthy.
I mean, well, that's just, it's not so much trustworthy. It's just
Yeah.
like, for the most part, I'm like, because this is the thing. A thief is going to steal.
True.
You can have your car hooked up the best way you can. If somebody wants to get to it, they're going to get to it. Again, this is my personal opinion.
But it's the truth.
It's not popular, and I get it, right? But I understand for those people that are out there, like, then you don't do it. You know. Now, as far as yes, they can capture you. You could be recorded, and you don't know. But nowadays, honestly, there's so many cameras around. There's so much
You're
different stuff.
recorded everywhere.
You
You
can't
can do that on your phone.
We'll talk about mental health, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there, what's the Serenity Prayer? God grant me
the wisdom to, I can't remember the words, but I can. And I can't remember all the words. But
right.
I
What I can't control, what I can't control, right?
Yeah.
There's certain things you just can't control. So I'm not going to get in my head and worry about things that I can't control. If I'm going to be on somebody's video, I can't control if somebody's going to take pictures of me and I don't know about it.
That's true, but it's a thought, right? Because
No, it is
the
a
next
thought.
thing could be something else that we're wearing or showcasing, and then having someone's consent is idealistic.
Right, yes.
And so it's just a thought in terms of whoever's going to buy and whatnot. Just be mindful.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Well,
that
you're
might
right.
be
Like
cardigan.
I'm not gonna do a Shannon Sharp. It's just that, you're not gonna do a Shannon Sharp.
But it's also a good thing too. I like. Well, you're always going to. I don't care what you do. You're always going to have those people who are always going to take things to extreme on the
exactly.
negative side. But I look at all the positive things. Your child walking home from school and
safety.
you can read safety and how can the technology, if it's not now, will be to the point where we'll connect to their parents' phone eventually.
that's a
Oh,
So they can keep
my son
eye on
has a
their
watch.
child, huh?
I know where my son is at just about all times.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I have a family app, so I make
Yeah.
sure I know where he is the majority of the time, as long as he keeps the stuff
But
on.
Marlene's correct in the sense that that could be used.
for good
For
stuff.
good reasons,
Getting
that's a
pulled
good
over.
point.
I would love to have it.
Yeah,
Let me go
because you can
click
have
it
that
in.
little tracker on it.
Yeah,
all
just
kinds
like
of things.
I like to watch shows like 911 shows, and so like a lot of
I
times.
do too. I love those shows.
911 Austin and 911 and anyway, but like one of the things, like when somebody is in trouble, they're able to triangulate the phone and try to figure out the area where they are. So yeah, the technology can be used for good and bad.
Yeah.
So,
Just be mindful and understanding that controls are good at times to make sure that we utilize it more positively. And just be mindful of what it can do or it can hurt you. But having those controls will help us to enhance more from
Yes.
the technology.
Well, one thing that I found out, and I know I'm going to move on, that I found out yesterday talking to my husband and my daughter, I thought that you have to have an app to track someone's phone. I was told, we need to look that up, that if they have your phone number, they can track wherever you are. I did not like that. I don't like that thing that
the
somebody
data.
can put my
Yeah,
address into whatever and where I live shows up and they
Yeah.
can come right to me. It's nothing you can do about it. It's out there.
It's out there.
It's nothing you really can do about it.
yeah.
I can turn my phone off. I think I'm gonna start turning my phone off when I don't want to be located.
Yeah.
So turn it off completely.
These are great points.
Yeah.
However, I think what we've touched on when it comes to this, the tech revolution and the style, it's a beautiful world we are going into now. And being creative, like our suave guy here, so this is great, and for us ladies enjoying, maybe they'll have a dress for us,
Yes.
and then we can just kind of press a button. Maybe it'll change a different tone or something.
Yeah.
It's
A
AI.
color,
A
yeah.
color.
Anything,
Oh my God.
yeah.
I think they have that though.
They do have it. They do have it.
they do.
have it.
Well, you can change the color.
Oh.
Yeah, you can
That's
change the
cost
color.
effective. I have 2 dresses in one.
You know
What
she's
happens
fashionable.
when you have two dresses in one?
Oh,
sustainable. You're
Yeah.
not you're not buying a lot of the
There you
dresses,
go.
a whole different colors. You have one dress that you can turn into three. Isn't that sustainability?
Amazing.
That's taking care of the earth because you're not getting rid of something. You can use it over and over again.
Exactly.
So you have to look at it like that too.
I said, well, Daddy, don't you know things go in cycles?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
The technology, the whole thing of the fitness and the watches. And there's some, I think I was looking at, eventually they're going to be able to track people who have bipolar. I don't know if it's already out there yet. I'm talking to some scientists where they can keep a track on family members who are, because some of them don't take their meds, and go ways that can be tracked, their locations, making sure they're taking their meds. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I know my mother has this device that monitors her blood pressure levels, and it's funny because like it looks ugly as all get out, and I was thinking like somebody's going to turn that into a fashion statement. They're going to find a way to make it look fashionable. I can tell that's going to happen.
Yes.
So
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
So look, we're coming on the other side. We're about to go into a break. When we come back, we'll get a little bit of tips, find out what's going on in the area, and we'll talk a little bit more to our possible new co-hosts.
Yes.
You're watching the Marlene Cox Show.
You are watching The Marlene Cox Show.
Rita by Wallace and Posey. Seize the moment with Rita. Inhale the intimacy.
And we're back. You're watching The Marlene Cox Show, a show about models for models.
And we're back to Marlene Cox Show. Thank you once again, viewers, for being here. Now again, we have Jay Finn, the Marlene, and of course, your co-host, Rashmi. And we are talking about tech revolution and style. Just to recap, we had left off with our wonderful Suave guy here, talking about his Ray-Ban and how amazing it is that we have innovative creations nowadays that kind of brings the comfortability and the wearability. And we have Marlene here talking about leggings, and I'm so gonna go buy that.
And the jacket.
Get the price, and the jacket. So let's really back in and let's continue on tips and trends. Thank you.
Like that.
That was actually good.
That was actually good. Ain't nothing for us me to say. Today, our tips and trends will be showing the tech world and how it is. Wow.
Hello, my fashion tech besties. Chanel has made waves in the wearable tech world with the release of the watch and wired headphones, blending luxury with everyday practicality in a way that only Chanel can. This isn't just about telling time, it's about making a statement. The watch, which can also be worn as a chic necklace, feels like a perfect mix of elegance and innovation. The headphones come with a microphone and sleek controls for volume and playback, offering both style and convenience in one seamless package. This launch shows how even heritage brands like Chanel are evolving to meet the needs of modern consumers who crave both luxury and functionality. Chanel has shown that it's not just keeping up with trends, but redefining them. By stepping into the premium audio jewelry space, Chanel is reminding us that luxury doesn't have to mean sticking to the past. Follow me for more.
So Chanel, they're on top of it, huh? What were you thinking about what's your thoughts on the necklace?
my God, bling bling. I win. I want it all. I want that. My God, the headpiece. I want it all.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
I personally, I thought it was cheesy.
No.
It was a necklace because it was a necklace with some headphones with
But the fact
strings.
that you can blend it and you can turn it into a art piece, a jewelry, that's the beauty of it.
I could with some things that just look cheesy. Like these, it's like the functionality is there. You can't really see it, so it blends together.
Javen, that's your personal
that's
style.
I just said. I think.
Now
that's
for
just me.
None of that would work for me right now in my space. But
you can wear these. No, you can wear these.
No, I can wear those. I'm talking about the film. The one thing I did like
Yes.
was the watch to turn into a necklace. I see that as a choker. Now that piece, that would be the only thing.
That's the new age Flavor Flav.
Okay.
That's the new age Flavor Flav.
I would love to rock that. Next time I'm wearing it.
Now she can rock
just
that.
wear it.
Because of her height, so that's also knowing your fit. That necklace, she can rock
It's
it.
the style.
On me, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work well on me.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's the
it wouldn't work on me.
personality. You're bringing it out.
She can rock that. Yeah.
Okay.
It won't look cheesy on me, I promise.
You know what? You could get you would be able to get away with it.
She can rock it. I can see it.
You would be able to get away with
she
it.
can rock
Yes,
that.
certain people could wear certain things, so that I'll give you.
Yes.
You'll never see me with some Chanel. Just me personally.
And now we're getting ready to do what?
It's time for us to find out what's going on around town.
Yeah, there's a thing. Okay, around town during this month, there's a lot of great things going on in October around town. And some of the things, and I'm trying to deal with families because we're going into October, November, December, January. It's all about family and relationships. Getting out to the Washington theaters, getting out to the Kennedy Center. Go ahead and get the apps, get on your Google and find out all of the plays that are coming on. There's so many plays celebrating the theater season. They have so many venues out there in the DMV that are showing a lot of things. And I had two. One that's coming out is JJ African Hair Braiding. It started September the 6th. Is going into the 13th. I'm not going to give it all to you. Look it up and find out the location and where it is. And you have so many things happening on the stage. You have a lot of Broadway shows that are being brought to the Kennedy Center.
Really?
We really need to get out there and see all of the
So you
things
mean
that
I
are
don't have to hop on a bus to New York?
No. They're bringing a lot right there. Kennedy Center and theaters throughout the DMV and even Northern Virginia are having a lot of theater things brought locally.
We're lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can get that culture, take our families, and it's more than restaurants. You can go out to dinner later, but get some of the culture that's out there. There's the different plays. There's a nice Broadway. There was a Broadway movie. I can't think of the name. That's now been turned into a play.
Really?
So that's going to be a very good thing, and that's in the that's going to be at the Kennedy Center.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the Kennedy Center, look it up. It has a list of everything that you need to do that'll take you through almost up to October the 16th.
Okay.
And then when we get back to the next time, we'll talk about some other things that are going into October and November.
Okay.
That's
Not
great. Good to
entertainment
know.
for the family.
Good to know.
That's what's happening around town.
So there you have it. Thank you so much, dear viewers, and I really appreciate you all watching the Marlene Cox Show with our wonderful Jay Finn, Marlene, and Rashmi. Thank you for signing in and tuning in.
Wait, before I'm cutting in. Y'all let me know how Rashmi did, because she it's like we were supposed to have a bunch of people, and she came, and we just threw her into the fire. So y'all let us know. How do you think she did? I personally think she did a great job.
I do too.
Y'all let us know what you think. You want to stick around? Do you want to see her again on the Marlene Cox Show?
Now back to Marlene's show. Okay, we can talk about me later.
No. That's part of the Marlene Show.
That's part of it. We threw her in. Yeah, that's part of it today.
You got to share it. You got to share it. If we all want to be successful, we all have to get a win. Yes.
They had a lot of me right now. They're just scratching their head like, wait, mental health, their palaces, and then what are we doing here?
So
There's a lot taken.
But that's one of the things, the beauty of being part of our movement of business and entrepreneur and being out in the community. It takes everybody to make something successful.
It takes the community, the whole
yes, and we're looking for some young faces at your age group, young, I call that young, and to be part of this wonderful platform. And I know he's the director, but he's gonna have to come back.
Yes, you do. We really enjoy you. I truly enjoy
I mean, he has made both of them, but he made my job easy today.
Yes.
This has been.
And thank you for making me feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
Really,
Thank you for coming.
I felt like a family member here, so it was a great experience for sure.
Good. So, okay, go ahead, finish closing out.
Close us
Here we
out.
go. So each day is a blank canvas, and you are the artist. With every stroke of the brush, your thoughts, your actions, you have the opportunity to make this day your best work. So make this day your greatest masterpiece. We'll see you next time right here on the Marlene Cox
Show. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Marlene Cox Show. Please tune in next week.